Hello, good morning, anybody. Here's Martina from. I'm active from in the alliance. Never mind the paper. Right to the city. Right to the city. Never mind the papers. We are here in the Alternative Media Center, and we have here one guest. His name is Dr. Boga Saku, right? And Joanna Rau. We are doing this interview together because we try to get over the language barriers together. Okay. Dr. Bogasako, you are the president of the Human Rights Organization Foundation. I'm not in French. Can you say the name, please?
Ok, la Fondation ivoirienne pour les droits de l'homme et la vie politique.
Okay. This is in English. It's it's the organization for human rights and democracy in Africa. Okay. First, what is this organization? It's an NGO. No, it's a non-government organization. Can you say short? What is this? What is this organization for, and how long it exists?
Ok, alors, la Fondation ivoirienne pour la démocratie, les droits de l'homme et la vie politique est une organisation de la société civile. C'est une organisation non gouvernementale.
It's an organization of the civil society. It's a non-government organization.
Voilà, qui lutte pour que la démocratie et les droits de l'homme deviennent une réalité en Afrique et dans tous les pays africains.
And we fight for, we try to achieve that democracy and civil rights become a reality in Africa.
Yeah. Okay, you are here for this protesting against the politics of the G20. Why you are here and protesting against the politics of the G20?
Alors, la FIDOP, notre fondation, est ici parce que
Our organization FIDOP is here because
la démocratie et les droits de l'homme sont des valeurs universelles.
These are universal values. Democracy is a universal right.
Et malheureusement, depuis 1990, que le vent de la démocratie s'est installé en Afrique.
And unfortunately, since 1990, when the winds of democratic change started to arrive in Africa,
oui, avec la chute du mur de Berlin, toute l'Afrique a adopté la démocratie.
When the Berlin Wall fell, all over Africa, democracy was introduced.
Mais dans le G20, il y a des pays qui continuent de manipuler, d'instrumentaliser la démocratie en Afrique.
But unfortunately, there are countries which continue to instrumentalize and manipulate
Exemple,
Africa.
la France et les États-Unis aussi.
For example, France and the United States.
Donc, pour nous, c'est important de venir manifester à Hambourg contre le G20.
So for us, it's extremely important for us to come here and to protest against the G20 summit.
Okay. Yes, of course, because the G20 have even this so-called G20 Africa Partnership conference, and it is like, I know they'll make a lot of bad things, contracts with African countries just to prevent that not refugees can come and reach Europe, and we know this here in Europe, and we are fighting even that it's not coming like this anymore. We try to bring up this wall, to destroy this wall. But you are from a country what is a former colonialism, France, and there you say there's still a lot of neo-colonial things going on, and I know there's one example where that is really visible. This is the so-called Francifa, and there's a big campaigning against the Francifa. Maybe you explain first what is the Francifa and what is the campaigning against this.
Alors, avant même de parler du franc CFA, je vais dire aussi que la question des réfugiés, c'est la conséquence de la politique de nos États en Afrique, mais aussi avec la complicité de certains États occidentaux
So,
qui font que les Africains, les jeunes Africains, sortent de l'Afrique pour venir en Europe.
So before talking to you about the currency, franc CFA, I would like to explain the situation about the refugee crisis. It's true that although the roots of the crisis started in African countries, the situation is caused also in complicity with the neo-colonialist powers, especially the young people in Africa who are looking for a better life.
Parce que je vous informe que je suis un réfugié politique. Je vis en Italie, où beaucoup de jeunes viennent à Lampedusa, mais c'est la politique impliquée par l'Union européenne, par l'Europe et les dirigeants africains aussi. Voilà.
So as you know, I'm also living in exile in Italy and supporting Lampedusa people, but this is also a result of the politics in the European Union.
Le franc CFA, c'est une catastrophe pour l'Afrique, que la France impose à l'Afrique.
The currency, franc CFA, is an absolute disaster for Africa, and France has imposed it upon Africa.
Quand un pays est indépendant, normalement, il doit avoir sa monnaie.
If a country is independent, it's usual that they are allowed to introduce their own currency and manage it.
Mais depuis que la France a colonisé l'Afrique, 15 pays qui ont été colonisés par la France, les 15 pays utilisent toujours le franc CFA et la monnaie est fabriquée en France.
But in the case of this currency, even the currency is made in France, and all the countries that were once under the colonial power of France are affected by this.
Donc aujourd'hui, les peuples africains, ils cherchent à laisser le franc CFA pour prendre leur propre monnaie.
So the African states are trying to leave the franc CFA currency and have their own currency.
Et récemment, le président français, Emmanuel Macron, il dit si celui qui ne veut pas le franc CFA, il n'a qu'à sortir. Le pays qui ne veut pas, il n'a qu'à sortir. Mais il ne faut pas accuser la France. Oui, on accuse la France parce que ce n'est pas normal que la France continue de fabriquer la monnaie de mon pays qui est libre, la Côte d'Ivoire qui est indépendante. Ce n'est pas normal qu'au XXIe siècle, la France continue de fabriquer la monnaie de mon pays alors que je suis souverain, alors que je suis indépendant, alors que je suis libre.
Recently, President Macron said that urged the African states not to leave the currency and that they shouldn't accuse France of causing the problem. But I do criticize France for these problems because it is France that has created this situation of manipulation and dependency.
And okay, and what is your concrete action against this franc CFA? Because we are in Germany or in Europe, we say, or we can see this really, people who are activists, who are kind of anti-racist activists, see this very well, and they say there's one big problem. There's a political independent from, so-called political independent from these African countries, but the economic is not independent. And you are now campaigning against the franc CFA. For example, what is your concrete actions against the franc CFA?
Alors, après le franc CFA, c'est vrai que, comme je dis, c'est 15 pays qui manifestent contre le franc CFA. Mais après le franc CFA, il y a aussi le problème de la justice mondiale. On parle de la Cour pénale internationale. On a créé la CPI. Parce qu'on dit qu'il y a beaucoup de dictateurs. En Afrique, il faut les juger. Mais il n'y a pas qu'en Afrique. Il y a aussi des dictateurs en Europe.
Okay.
Je peux citer le cas de George Bush, quand il est allé envahir l'Irak, alors que l'ONU n'a pas donné son OK. Qui aujourd'hui est responsable du chaos en Irak? On se demande, d'accord?
So after the introduction of the currency franc CFA, there are, it's true, 15 countries that have accepted this currency and use it. But we should talk about the justice situation where the international courts have passed sentence on African dictators, but seemingly not. Again, there are other dictators. There are dictators in Europe and dictators in the US, such as Bush and Sarkozy, and no sentence has been passed on those leaders.
Donc, sur la question du franc CFA, tous les pays, les 15 pays, sont mobilisés. Il y a un président qui est déjà décidé, c'est le président du Tchad, Idriss Déby, qui est pressé. Lui-même, il dit qu'il ne veut même plus parler du franc CFA. Donc aujourd'hui, on a des présidents qui ne veulent pas se décider, mais les populations, ils veulent leur liberté. Donc la question est aujourd'hui encore posée. Et je pense que si nos présidents ne veulent pas, les populations vont les pousser à sortir du franc CFA pour qu'on prenne notre monnaie pour notre propre indépendance, pour notre propre liberté. C'est la question de la justice aussi, c'est la même chose. Si l'Afrique, on a des cadres, on a des juristes, on a des professeurs à l'université, si on n'est pas capable de juger en Afrique les dirigeants dictateurs, c'est que ce n'est pas la peine. On n'a pas besoin de les envoyer à la CPI, à la haie.
Okay.
Voilà.
So there are 15 countries which have mobilized against the franc CFA currency. The president of Chad has decided to abandon the currency. But the population is putting pressure on their governments. They don't want to have the currency. And so the question continues to be posed between the leaders who are dependent on France, for example. And the problem is this, that if we are not allowed to decide who runs our society, such as the legal profession and professors, then there will, this is a really serious problem for Africa.
Yes, I think there's still a lot of things to talk about, the relationship between the western part of the so-called western part of the world, the G20, the European Union, and the Africa continent and African countries. I just want to ask you one question, because I hear your speech today in the press conference, and you said something about Sankara.
Yes.
For me, it's also important to hear from people what is maybe the vision, idea of utopia of changing the world. And I know that many people are starting again to talk about the ideas of Thomas Sankara. Maybe you can say in short version what is why you are getting connected with Thomas Sankara, the ideas of Thomas Sankara.
Okay.
It's a big question, I know.
Yes, but
It's
I
a
wanted
big
to speak in English, but my English is not good,
no,
so excuse me.
Yes, no
Let me
problem.
continue in
Yes,
French.
of course.
Alors, le problème de Thomas Sankara, c'est le symbole de la liberté de l'Afrique que l'Occident ne veut pas. Voici un jeune président qui a voulu changer le Burkina Faso, mais qui a voulu changer l'Afrique en demandant aux Africains de prendre leur destin en main, de prendre leur liberté.
So the problem with Thomas Sankara is that he was a symbol of African liberty, and he was a symbol that the West didn't want. He's a young president who wanted to change Burkina Faso, wanted to change Africa, and this was a problem.
Maybe you just not many people in Europe, even activist people, don't maybe hear the word or hear the name Sankara. Maybe you just can say just 3 words about more who was Thomas Sankara and how he died.
Yes, alors Thomas Sankara est advenu au pouvoir en 1983 et il avait pour ami Blaise Compaoré. Et en 87, en octobre 87, il a été assassiné par qui? Par son meilleur ami, Blaise Compaoré. Et Blaise Compaoré arrive au pouvoir et il est l'ami de l'Occident. Il a été au pouvoir pendant 27 ans, Blaise Compaoré. Quelqu'un qui a tué Thomas Sankara, qui était un symbole de toute l'Afrique, symbole de liberté, symbole d'indépendance. Il a été assassiné par Blaise Compaoré, mais Blaise Compaoré est devenu l'ami de la France, l'ami de toute l'Europe. Et c'est une révolution du Burkina Faso qui a fait partie, Blaise Compaoré, du pouvoir. Un dictateur, mais un ami de l'Europe. C'est scandaleux.
Yes, as I can say something about Thomas Sankara. He came to power in 1983, 1983, and he was assassinated in 1987 by Blaise Compaoré. Thomas Sankara is a symbol for African liberty, and Blaise Compaoré led a revolution against him and represents the view of France.
Donc, Thomas Sankara, il n'était pas le premier. Avant lui, on peut citer Patrice Lumumba. Oui. Et il n'est pas le dernier. Parce qu'après lui, aujourd'hui, c'est-à-dire qu'en Afrique, s'il y a un président qui est nationaliste, qui aime son peuple, il faut le détruire parce que c'est un dictateur. Moi, je suis de la Côte d'Ivoire. Aujourd'hui, le président qui a été renversé, qu'on a envoyé à la CPI, qui s'appelle Laurent Gbagbo, mais c'est la même chose. Quand les intérêts de la France sont menacés, attention, il est dangereux. C'est un dictateur. Il faut l'abattre.
Mm-hmm. And this won't be the last of this kind of incident, because whenever an African leader comes to power who loves his people but represents a view that is nationalist, he will be derided as a dictator by outside external powers such as France, and this means that, of course, that he has to be beaten down and he has to be got out of the way.
Yes, and this is very important to know for people here in Europe too, because many people know the name Allende. Yes. Many people know the history of Chile here. Many people know a lot of South American countries, but not so many people know. Maybe hear the name Lumumba, hear the name Sankara, yes, but they don't know the stories. And this is so important that you tell the story. And just now, I want to just ask you one last question. Yes. What is your plan now for today? You're going on the demonstration.
On est là pour manifester. Oui. On est là pour manifester, pour dire aux G20, pour dire aux grandes puissances, n'écrasez pas les peuples.
We came here to demonstrate. We came here to say to the great powers, don't crush the people.
Parce que la démocratie et les droits de l'homme sont universels. Il n'y a pas de couleur de peau. Nous sommes un. Le monde est un. La richesse, ce n'est pas la vie. L'homme, il est plus important que la finance.
Because democracy is a universal right. There's no such thing as this skin color or that skin color. There's no such thing as one person. We are all one, and the human beings are more important than wealth. Wealth is not life.
C'est le message de l'Afrique, la liberté, l'indépendance. Vive les peuples d'Afrique. Vive les peuples du monde.
So this is the message of independence and freedom for Africa, and long live the people of Africa, and long live the people of the world.
Thank you very much.
C'est moi.
I can't add anything. Thank you very much.
Merci.
That you are here, that
Merci.
you go on the street, that you're fighting for the freedom.
Merci, madame.
For the world.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank
Merci.
you very much. It's a
Try
pleasure.
to fight together.
Merci
Thank you.
beaucoup. C'est moi. Merci.